Magic 89.9.
Love the songs we play. We really do play today's best music here on Magic 89.9. Hello, Magic fam. You're tuned into Healthline. I'm Tina Ryan.
And Doc Rylan Flores here. We're taking it easy, low and slow.
Oh, that's just always great seeing you, Doc. And, off air, I was just telling Doc, am I having a really great day?
Well, you should. You should. As all of us. Even when you're in the middle of traffic.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to share the good vibes that I'm experiencing all day today. And I think a big part of it was the fact that I got to take my mom out last night.
That's so good.
Took her out on a date with my tita.
That
we went ballroom dancing.
Oh, cool.
Went ballroom dancing. Oh, and I
hope you didn't step on her feet.
No, but my spondy is so not liking me right now. But speaking of dancing, it's no secret. I am the dancing queen. But people think I'm fist pumping. It's really more like ballroom dancing for me. I've loved ballroom dancing since I was in high school, hanging out with the titas.
And it's one of the better ways to actually exercise.
Right?
Exactly.
And I read also an article, Doc Ryland, that dancing, it reduces depression symptoms more than walking, more than yoga, more than strength training and standard antidepressants. So
it actually gives you more on a high because you have the music, you have the movement, and adrenaline's going to be pumping when you start dancing.
Right? And so there was also another article that was released. I read on Instagram and TikTok. The ideal age to stop clubbing is...
We've been through this. It's never
too old to fist bump, people. It's a study. They have science to back it. 69 years old is the...
Like I said, goodness. You don't stop clubbing unless clubbing stops you.
Right? Anyway, tonight's show, it's super jam-packed. We have the one and only Las Vegas Siren of the Strip and our very own Nightingale, Miss Lani Misalucha.
Yes, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, she's going to be sharing her powerful story of hearing loss.
Exactly.
And recovery during the pandemic. And also we're going to be chatting with Miss Jen Go. She's a certified NLP practitioner and cognitive behavioral coach. Whatever that means, we're going to find out. Right?
Yep. It's kind of a long one.
You're here. She's going to be here. So I'm going to be like listening like a 7-year-old and absorb all the information. So again, if you just tuned in, this is Healthline. Welcome to the show. And Doc Ryland's birthday month.
Oh, yes.
Hello. I might as well play it. Did your shirts arrive?
They haven't. I'm still waiting for them.
Guys, talagang dinala ni Doc yung costume niya.
Wala, di siya naka-costume.
No, I really wanted to, but my friend couldn't find the most important part of the costume, which is the headset, the headrest.
Excuses.
I was going to be Maleficent.
That would have been magnificent, except for the excuses.
So we have a year to prepare, okay? A year to prepare for that one. Or maybe, maybe next week I'll message you and say, Doc, I found a costume.
I'll be in one in a bit.
2 weeks late, but hey, here we go, because it's his birthday month and he's watching the concert. His shirts haven't arrived, but we might as well play Blackpink this time. This one's called Jump on today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Magic 89.9.
Today's best music, Magic 89.9. That was J-Hope featuring, the Killing It Girl.
Yep.
Song brought to you by...
This song is brought to you by Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more with Bingo Plus. Bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo. Gambling is for 21 years old and above only. Gambling can be addictive.
Know when to stop. Hi, Jada.
Hi.
Jada's still here.
I know, extended play.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
This day has
put
been
me
just...
on cam direct. Okay na yun.
We've just had a really fun packed day from since this morning.
11 o'clock this morning.
And not only that, I was in the middle of traffic listening to you guys, and it was a very fun afternoon.
Right? And so tonight, again, please stick around. Lots of heart, healing, and great music coming your way. This is Healthline. And
with a whole lot of other things.
Yeah. So our guests are our guests.
They're already
Plural.
here. They're actually here.
We're just hanging out.
We're just letting them breathe a while.
Yeah. Is she ready? Is she? Oh my gosh, she's ready. She's coming in. She's coming in. So why don't I? No, I have room for one more song, Doc.
Yep.
So Jada,
Yes.
you get to meet the Nightingale.
Oh my God,
So
so
let's
excited.
have okay. Now let me play the song from. Is this Philippe?
Because I can't hear it.
This one's called Fake Faces on today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Magic 89.9.
I love that we say that with conviction.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Healthline, Doc. I took your advice. Dahil nga pa bago-bago yung panahon natin, tapos madalas umulan. And again, our friends from the DOH.
Thank you for following.
Diba? There's no outbreak. It's just a regular flu.
It's just a flu season.
Because it's colder the months of, from June till about November, tama?
Plus the changes in temperature every now and then. I mean, it's raining, then the sun's up, then it's not anymore.
Exactly. So, mabuti na lang po, may Immunomax food supplement. Ang Immunomax ay gawa sa CM glucan na nagmula po sa Switzerland. Ito po ay available in capsule for adults and syrup for kids and also in forte variant. So, mula po sa aming studio, kahit nasan pa po kayo, magandang balita talaga ang Immunomax. But, mahalagang paalala, ang Immunomax at Immunomax Forte ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin gamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. Oh,
there you have it.
OMG. I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, start dancing there. It's okay.
Right? I'm so excited because, ladies and gentlemen, gracing us tonight on Healthline, I mean, she's here to share her story and I'm just going to introduce her. Las Vegas Siren of the Strip and the Nightingale, Miss Lani Misalucha.
Hey!
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, thanks for inviting me. Huh? I cannot even remember the last time I was here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it must have been like
You have a home here, Miss Lani. Yeah, you always have a home here.
Thank you.
And thank you so
Yeah.
much for making it here. And she is about to share her journey during the pandemic because, oh my gosh, Doc, for
All of us
somebody,
have,
right?
all of us have different stories during the pandemic. So
And if I may
Correct.
just share, when she celebrated her 40th, tama?
That's
right?
correct.
At the Solaire. She shared part of the story and some people kind of like, please correct me if I'm wrong, Lani. Some people kind of like laughed at it, parang feeling like she's joking. And then
Yeah.
they realize, oh my gosh, totoo, she lost her hearing.
I know. Some of the things that could have happened. And some, because it didn't happen to them, might just brush it off. But for those experiencing some things, really, it's a journey to look into.
Yeah, and it's her bread and butter. So for somebody who's, like a singer and you lose your hearing, what... Ate Lani, share. Ate Lani!
Okay.
Ayun naman.
I think
Talaga
that
naman
started
hati
with the
ako.
Tita Tina thing.
Please take us back to when you first noticed something was wrong with your hearing. What were the early signs?
No, the cause of the hearing loss is because of bacterial meningitis.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so it happened 2020 of October. Actually, it was both my husband and I were stricken with illness.
Yeah.
Yung
I see,
bacterial
I see.
meningitis. So both of us were brought to the hospital. Actually, no pala. I had my husband picked up by an ambulance on
Oh.
Friday, and then I just followed Sunday.
Doc, you being the doctor, what happens when somebody gets bacterial meningitis?
You start off with bacterial, so it's an infestation of bacteria. Question is where it's going to go.
Yeah.
It goes to your bloodstream, that's why I have bacteremia, and eventually it will go somewhere. And in this case, it's meningitis. So the meninges is what became inflamed, secondary to a bacterial infection. So it just starts off there, but it cascades to other things. That's why you get more complications in the
Yes.
long run.
My goodness.
Yes.
And if they're not controlled, things get worse.
Yes. Yeah, we were told that it was just really a good thing that I brought him to the hospital, and then
You followed the next couple of days.
Yes. So it was, honestly, we were talking about pandemic time, and you just said that, we had our own,
Experiences.
our own experiences, different
everyone,
stories to tell.
no excuses because everyone experienced it.
Yeah.
Correct. So that time we would be praying and pleading to God that we won't get that COVID, diba? So
Because this was October of 2020, right?
2020. Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
right,
new.
smack of the height
Yeah.
of COVID.
yeah, so we've been trying our best to avoid getting the virus, yung COVID na yan. But then something else actually
Something
hit
else
us.
happened. Oh.
We tried our best not to enter the hospital, but with what happened to us, talagang we had
No choice.
So both of us talagang nasa ICU kami back to back.
Oh,
Parang
wow.
concert.
Which she has, by the
Ba't ba
way.
naman ICU? Back-to-back
Oo,
pa rin.
So, ayun nga. So, but we were told because of that particular bacteria, which is, oh my gosh, Streptococcus suis. So, it was zoonotic, we were told that yung particular damage that will actually happen to us is yun nga, hearing loss, vestibular disorder.
It's actually kind of concentrated on the ear, nose, throat area.
Yeah,
But
dizziness.
sometimes they do have complications elsewhere, like cardiac and all of these other things. So these are what the doctors would want to prevent at that point in time.
Right.
Control everything so that it won't get worse than what it is.
Correct. So when he first entered the emergency, so of course the doctors didn't know what's actually happening. So they did the series of tests just
Most
to
of us
find.
didn't really know what was happening during
Yeah,
that time.
yeah, actually. So of course, syempre ang unang test na gagawin nila is COVID,
Yeah, the
di ba?
swab
So
test. That's
he
the
was
most important.
cleared for that. Ganon din ako, clear naman ako sa COVID. So we were put to the section ng St.
The non-COVID
yes,
areas.
the clean
The clean areas.
the clean zone. So yeah, so when he was there they did a lot of tests, and then they didn't know what's happening to him because of course the symptoms were high fever. But because that time when he was picked up sa condo ng ambulance ng mga paramedics, wala na siya, unconscious na siya.
Oh my.
Unconscious na siya. That is why just really took the initiative. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, this is not looking good. I have to do something.
You have to be aggressive about it already.
Because nighttime pa lang ng Thursday, out na siya. I was like, hey, what's going on? Ano ba? May masakit ba? Ano bang masakit? Saan masakit? Like, wala. And I would shake him. I would do everything for him to
Wake up
non-responsive
already,
siya talaga.
yeah.
So sabi ko, oh my gosh, okay.
Really scary.
Hospital na to. Hospital talaga. And then ako naman noon, ganun din, may fever din ako. Pero when I woke up ng Thursday ng umaga, may stiff neck na ako.
Oh.
Stiff neck na. Umano na yung...
Signs and symptoms begin to pile up already by this time.
Yes. And then body aches. Talagang, and then the headache. My gosh, talagang parang,
It's worse than having a concert prior, I would presume.
Yeah. Pero talaga terrible yung mga symptoms, like talagang parang parang very weak ka na, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin mo, parang uupo ba ako, tatayo ba ako, parang gano'n na, tapos yung parang something's like crushing your head, ganon talaga, ganon yung pain, and then the high fever talaga, and then And then, we were told na ang mga damages na pwedeng mangyari is, hearing loss.
How soon did you realize that you were starting to really lose your hearing?
Nandun na kami sa ICU.
Oh man.
How long were you in the ICU?
I think 3 days.
What?
3-4 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because talagang they really, yun na nga. So, so they did a test on him, and then he was given like parang broad spectrum na antibiotic lang, just to para lang
to start off medication at
ma-cover
that
lahat.
point in time.
And then what they did, yung mga, syempre the blood test and all that, and then sabi nila walang makita sila sa blood. Kinuha na siya ng what do you call that?
Lumbar tap.
Lumbar tap.
Yes.
Lumbar tap.
Because they couldn't find anything. Usually, if
Is that the last resort?
they would, kinda,
Really?
because what they did was the initial blood workup, and then they saw how high probably the WBC or the white blood cell count was. That's why they gave a broad spectrum antibiotic that would probably hit a streptococcal infection, but they wanted to be sure what specific bacteria causes it.
Correct.
So we would usually do what we call a culture and sensitivity test, but that takes days. Unfortunately, more often than not, they don't give results. It might be a negative one. So they have to look for other sources to specify what type of bacteria is actually infecting at that point in time. So lumbar tap was one of the reasons.
Correct. And then when I came in 2 days after, they also did that to me, and they found the same one that was
found.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised that it was the same, considering that you were in the same household and you were in the same place and all.
Yes.
So what might have hit one can also hit others in the same area as
correct.
well.
But pero nga, we were told that parang it was kind of it was not normal, pero parang it was the first time that they encountered something like that.
I could imagine, because during this time, anything and everything was literally new to doctors.
Yeah.
So
But, like,
different protocols have been followed. They make this protocol, and then they find out that there's something more useful,
yeah.
that they use that, and then it's not useful. And
Yes.
so like it's every week, every month, there's a new protocol that you're supposed to follow. So unfortunately, getting lumbar tap was one of the last things we needed to do if we can't get any result with the one previously done.
Yeah.
But like, how much of your hearing did you actually lose? And
For both of us, both right ears. Both
like now it's completely like.
For him, his right ear is like almost completely deaf, yung right ear niya, and then his left ear probably mga 20%, wala ganon.
And yours?
Ako, this
Right.
one, when I plug my left ear, wala talaga. This one cannot hear anything. Like,
I think so our listeners can actually understand it. It's like listening to stereo and mono. You can get both sounds in both ears, but at this point in time, it's like cover your other ear and try just to listen, and that's what you probably would be feeling right
Yes.
now.
And
Yes.
I mean,
Wow, that's difficult.
as a singer, that's incredibly challenging. How did you cope emotionally?
Yeah, it was really heart-wrenching. It was really devastating for me, and I think I came to a point wherein I was really depressed, and because I've had my ears for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it's not there anymore. And for someone like me who is a singer,
Yeah.
of course this is an integral part of my singing. And then it came to a point I told myself, siguro it's time for me to step back and just really shut my mouth.
I do have a question about your hearing loss. There are two ways to hear. It's air conduction and bone conduction. You lost both, or something got retained? Air conduction is when we listen, like what we listen right now. But bone conduction is when you actually feel it and you feel the sound with you.
Like
do you still have that or not anymore?
Yeah. Okay. I have this para siyang instead of yung mga earphones.
Yes.
I have this bone conduction
Yes.
speaker.
Speaker.
So I have that.
How is it with that bone conduction
This
speaker?
side one.
Wala rin. Oh, so
Wala.
talagang total.
Yun nga ang weird. So when we had our ears tested, mga ganyan, hearing and they looked inside and they said na kompleto ba di ba? So yung parang pinaka-anatomy niya okay naman siya.
And I'm sure
it's just really the
images were done, like an MRI or scans was also done, and they revealed probably more or less normal results. But
So,
it's the way of conducting.
it's not actually the ears. It's really what happened.
Oh,
It's
man.
that's why it's called meningitis. The brain isn't one blob of a brain. You do have cuts and creases into each and every area. So these are what you call meninges.
Meninges.
And the bad thing is, unlike a Lego toy or a puzzle where you have specific areas, in the brain it's so vague that when you hit something, you don't know what's going to be hit. Unfortunately, in these areas, if your hearing center has been affected, it just doesn't say up just that square. No, it can go farther than that. That's why sometimes to predict how one will actually become afterwards is really the difficult part.
For those who just tuned in, 6:45 here on Healthline, we have Miss Lani Misalucha with us, sharing her journey during the pandemic, how she lost her hearing, and you just mentioned, Lani, that you wanted to step back. Speaking of stepping back, what adjustments did you have to make on stage or in the studio when like after you kind of found the confidence to
And the courage to go back.
Oh, yeah.
Stay back, but this you got to go back.
Yeah, I'm telling you, from 100% confidence, it went like to zero. Like, when I try to sing a particular song, I really am not sure if I'm
Hitting the right notes.
Hitting right notes. Because for a while, I was really, sintonado for a while.
You think that after singing like one particular song, after singing it several times, you like have a muscle memory of some sort,
Right.
but it isn't true with voice.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
For some certain songs that I've been doing like for so
What
many
you're
years.
known
That
for.
one, that one I can
So
actually.
kaya pa naman yun.
Kaya pa naman yun. Pero it's just really weird. I really cannot explain with specific words on what's going on with my ears, because for a while after what happened to us, for a year, everything na natidinig namin was high frequency. The mga voices of people that we talked to, parang it's all talaga.
my God, that must have been
parang
irritating.
Donald Duck.
Oh man.
And then it was so sensitive, like mga first 3-4 months, we would be very, very sensitive sa mga flatware na nagkakalansing, mga
Because
play-
these are the high-pitched tones.
Yes, and it would be
They
like,
can be
wait.
irritating.
Talaga sa totoo lang. And everything that we hear, like music, was out of tune nung mga nadidinig naming music. And when everything is loud, like all the instruments are playing and the highlight of the climax of the song or the music, it I don't know, it wobbles like kunwari everything para siyang
But how long did this take before you actually probably said
still
this at the start?
happening today.
But I mean, when did you actually decided, what the heck, I have to do something and let's start? When did you realize that?
I just told myself that I cannot just sit in a corner and
Sulk.
mag self-pity ako. Sabi ko, no, this is not gonna happen. Because hindi pa naman kami matanda nung asawa ko that time.
Hanggang ngayon naman eh.
Don't naman eh. Wow. So hindi talaga to parang, because when it happened to us, parang, my gosh, parang we were questioning ourselves and we were asking ourselves, parang, oh my gosh, makaka-function pa ba kami?
Yeah, like will I be able to perform again?
Yeah.
Things like that.
And ang
Coming from a singer, I mean, this is your life. I mean, will you be able to go
Absolutely.
back to what you actually are supposed to be doing?
right now, my husband and I had gotten used to being bingy. It's the dizziness. It's
yes.
the dizziness.
So you still
included.
get that almost every day?
What do you mean almost every day? Like, parang talagang nandiyan na siya. Andiyan na siya.
Oh my.
It's
Yun yung parang, what they term, parang lutang.
Yeah.
Doc, is that like...
Well, because remember,
Is that
you have
still curable,
You
though?
have three portions of the ear. You have your outer, your middle, your inner. it's not just the hearing that's affected, but remember the ear also has something to do with your equilibrium, your balance.
Yes,
And
yes.
all of these things can be caught in a rye. And if that happens, you can get dizzy. That's why with motion sickness and all of these other things, we look into not just eyes, brains and all. We also look into the ear.
Ears, yeah.
We do ask the help of our ENTs or the otorhinolaryngologists or the head and neck specialists to actually look into the middle ear and try to find out if how much affectations is actually going on in that particular time.
But with God's grace, she was able to perform again and
Definitely.
delight all her fans. She just celebrated her big
Continues doing
4-0
that.
in
Yes.
the biz.
Pero just like what you asked, may cure pa ba to? Like, is there a chance? Or is the...
Okay, for one, not my specialty. Karpintero lang po ako. No, but there are conditions that we really don't know if they could recover or not. The question mostly that we would want to be answered is, given what this is right at this point in time, how can we recover from it if the actual condition doesn't recover? How do you cope up? What can you do? What you're supposed to do and what you might be able to do given this situation? Because I mean, we always pray for a miracle. We always do that for it to come back to the natural thing. But there's also a possibility that's just a status quo, as is where it is. That's why what we do, it's given the same example as somebody who has a broken bone. You have a broken bone, we do surgery or not, this is what's going to happen. So do you cope up with what you have right now? The other question that I think must be answered is that if it truly is not something that can recover, is it something that will get worse or not? And that one is what we would want, hopefully, to predict. Unfortunately, sometimes we cannot. So we work on it on a daily basis, trying to observe and what it is, because bacteria was the initial cause, the initial culprit. We gave you were given the necessary antibiotics. Hopefully, bacteria died. That's the reason why you became better.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the havoc it created during the time it was infestation
Still around.
happening was that bad. That's why you now have affectation. So, with looking all of these things, the likelihood of it getting worse.
You want
might
to
not
hang
be
on to
there.
that.
But we'll
you
talk
want to
about
hang
that.
on to that because
I will.
I'm so excited to hear her latest single.
Oh,
And
definitely.
she's here to share that
I'm more
with
excited for
us.
that.
And I want to say hello to everyone on
Hi there.
playback.tv/magic899. Christian and JP, you guys are amazing every night. Thank you for the love.
Thank you.
Live in the Magic Studio and here on Healthline. Such a
Definitely.
delight to have her here.
Oh, thank you.
Here we go. Are you ready? I'm super ready.
Oh, okay.
Surprise!
Here we go. Miss Lani Misalucha live in the Magic Studio. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Chai, what? It's not this one? Okay,
It's
take
not-
two. Take
Take
two.
two.
Okay.
There's always a
Give me
take
1
two.
second. Isn't aking... Wait.
Yeah, it's aking tatanggapin.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's this one. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I wanna, pwede ba akong kainin ng lupa ngayon?
No naman.
I'm so
And then-
sorry.
Don't disappear. Nobody's gonna be there.
Here you go.
There you go.
There you go. Take two. Live in the Magic Studio, Miss Lani Misalucha.
Minsan, pag-ibig ay nakakapiro. At kahit ito'y nakakasakit ng puso, pero tuloy pa rin akong di manapit, pagkat naglaho na sa aking isip. Magkaroon man ng panunumbat, kakayanin nitong dibdib. Aking tatanggapin, aking haharapin, sakit na dulot sa akin. Ako ang lalayo kung yan ang paraan upang di na nagdaramdam. Pipilitin, kakayanin, ganyan ang aking gagawin. Pangako niya'y kakalimutan ko. Papawiin sa damdamin upang ang puso ay palayain. Aking tatanggapin, aking haharapin, masakit na dulot sa akin. Ako ang lalayo kung yan ang paraan upang di na nagdaramdam. Pipilitin, kakayanin, ganyan ang aking gagawin. Pangako niya'y kakalimutan ko. Narinig sa harapin, akong lalayo. At pipilitin, kakayanin, ganyan ang aking gagawin. Pangako niya'y kakalimutan ko. Narinig harapin, ako lalayo. At pipilitin, kakayanin, ganyan ang aking gagawin. Pangako niya'y kakalimutan ko. Narinig, kakalimutan ko na rin.
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Aking tatanggapin. Ako natanggap ko na rin
Oh
naman.
my goodness. Who wrote the song?
Freddie Turner wrote that song, and
It's a
it
beautiful
was
song.
arranged by Tommy Katigbak, and the backup vocals was
Wow.
done by his wife Rhea.
You know, listening, I mean, live
getting
just
goosebumps.
a meter away, it's just like, it's so
my
wonderful.
gosh.
And then having just heard what she had to go through
Yeah.
before all of this, I mean, my hair's still sticking out.
But going back to what you were telling our beautiful guest here, so
I forgot what I was saying.
gagaling
No, no, no,
ba?
No, but the thing is, at this point in time, if you think about gagaling ba ako, hindi ba ako gagaling, it will just make you step back and probably sulk further. It would be better, which is what you're doing right now, is that you've accepted what you are right now at this point in time. And so what can you do about it? And just listening to you, you've done so much. And congratulations on that.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness, yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely.
My hair's still up.
Diba? Oh my God. For those of you
Sorry,
just
just
tuned
giving me a
in,
hard sign
I
way
know,
back there.
right? I mean, we've loved Lani ever since she came out with like Somebody Warm Like Me.
Oh
You know,
my
back in-
God.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, she's...
that gives the age down.
For those of you just tuned in, oh my goodness, Miss Lani Misalucha is with us here on Healthline. Lani, you know, that journey of yours, what experience changed the way you, has that experience changed the way you interpret songs or connect with your audience?
I think for some songs, I really can connect kasi it talks about going through some trials and championing it and going through it. Merong mga songs na nakaka-relate. Yeah. That somehow, yung mga songs na yun, it took on a different new meaning. Sometimes ganun, when you experience certain, things, may mga songs na parang, ay, iba na meaning niya. Di ba? Or,
that's true.
It becomes deeper, I think,
Oh, yeah.
than what it used to be.
Definitely. I need to take a really quick break. More of Miss Lani Misalucha when we return. This is Healthline. Please stick around. She's got one more beautiful song coming up.
Magic 89.9.
Get into the crazy and exciting life with your furry friends.
As you navigate the joys and challenges of raising your first puppy or kitten.
We'll get first-hand info from your friendly neighborhood veterinarians.
From proper healthcare and grooming to the best diet for your pet. Join us every Monday at 6 p.m.
with Gino Ryan and dog coach Francis.
Pets in the City for everything possum.
Believe in the magic.
Magic 89.9 is bringing back the fun in radio.
And we promise you the best radio experience this year.
On air, online, and everywhere.
I believe in the magic. Fun at the concerts.
At the movies.
Fun under the sun.
At school.
And more parties. The fun never stops at the magic.
I believe in the magic.
I believe in the magic.
Today's best music. Magic 89.9.
I believe in the magic.
And we would like to thank our friends from EO for giving us all the love here on Healthline. Welcome back to our second hour. Okay, here we go. We're just having too much fun off air. Kuya Noli at the Lani's husband is sharing, the journey of this whole meningitis thing. So, going back to what Doc Ryland forgot. I have a backup question. Okay, so Miss Lani, has this experience inspired you to raise awareness about hearing health or support others facing the same issue?
Ano uli? Ano uli?
Has the experience inspired you to raise awareness about hearing loss, hearing health?
Well, there was this what do you call it? An organization that approached me about meningitis nga because hindi ganoon ka-aware ang mga tao sa meningitis. So parang I think this, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about them, but I'll tell you that later. So this organization which mga members nila, of course, mga doctors, mga ganyan, parang ang they would want to approach the government and seek help from the government.
Yeah.
To have more awareness
Yes.
of disease entity.
So baka sa DPWH matulungan tayo.
Hello, John.
I was going to say that hearing is one of the six senses that we just usually take for granted because it's there. Parang love life lang yan, diba? You don't notice it kanil wala na.
Ba't may hugot? Ba't may hugot? Dok parang
Hindi, hugot galing kay Tina yun.
Para sa kanya pala yun.
Pag emotionally checked out na.
And then, pero ang dito kasi nga, katulad niyan, physically, when you look at us, parang wala naman talaga kaming disability because of course hindi naman nakikita ang
sa loob ng
deafness.
tenga.
Hindi pa, not unlike or you're missing a limb or mga ganyan or naglilimp o alam mo yun. Dito hindi talaga malalaman ng tao.
They wouldn't really even think that something's wrong with you.
Exactly.
Especially if you're in the midst of performing and all. They wouldn't really think ay may problema pala.
Yeah. Minsan nakakahiya lang kasi may parang, uy, tumatagilid. Uy, tumatabingi yung lakad. Yeah, ganun lang minsan na
Because the balance is also affected.
Yes, and also
is
the
affected.
tinnitus, my gosh. In the
The ringing.
Oh man, I honestly I've been telling this in my interviews. I thought I was gonna go crazy.
I had it for like a day and I thought I was losing my mind. Imagine having it for how long now?
From 2022.
From the onset ng
That sucks.
Talaga yan na siya. Parang
Aww. Doc, is there anything?
So gagawin lang na parang hum na lang para you might create a song from it.
Hindi ko nga alam kung anong key ito.
Yun lang.
Well, speaking of back-to-back, there was Kuya Noli and Ate Lani were in the hospital back-to-back in the ICU. She has back-to-back shows coming up.
No, I saw the list.
Oh my gosh, yes. Tell us what's coming up.
Okay, first this coming Saturday, November 8, I'm going to be one of the guests of Jonah for her Jonah's anniversary concert at the MOA Arena. Ayan.
Uma-arena na si Jonah.
Naman.
Oh,
My
diba?
goodness,
And
yes.
then November 14, 15, 16, the Maestro Class Concert headed by our maestro himself,
the national artist
for
music.
Mr. Ryan Cayabyab
nice.
to be joined by Martin Rivera and myself, and also Ryan Cayabyab singers at the Proscenium Theater, the newest one.
That's
Have
a
you
new
been
one.
there? I heard it's super
I
nice.
went there, but I wasn't able to see the theater itself.
I only saw the door. I haven't been
But I
inside.
heard it's
I haven't
really
been,
nice.
but
I heard
yes.
Yeah,
I
so
was-
it was.
So we have to.
So
look at
with
that.
the one with the maestro is how
14, 15, 16.
okay, Chay, may value pa atay-atay natin. Sell it in the black market. Yeah. Can't
And
miss
then,
that one.
December 9, guest din ako kay Nonoy Zuniga. Repeat
That's
na
the
to ni
repeat.
Nonoy.
Oh my
That's a repeat,
gosh.
yes.
And he's celebrating the big 5-0, right?
I
I think
think,
so.
oo,
Oh my
parang
gosh.
yeah.
And that
In the
is one
industry.
concert I want to see because Ray Valera's there. Oh my gosh. The
And, Dulce
legends.
also.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
Oo.
So yeah, ano naman yan sa Newport Theater.
Okay.
December 9. And then the following day, December 10, guest din ako kay Jose Marichan. Siyempre, pag
Oh my.
December, Jose
Christmas
Marichan.
time eh.
Voices. Sorry.
Na superstar struck ako when I saw Jose Marichan
Of course
sa elevator. He was such a gentleman, doc. We were the Asian hospital. I was visiting. We were visiting somebody, and then we see each other in the elevator. I was just like, and then he
naman.
held
Frozen.
super gentleman, diba? Like he literally like held the parang he pressed
Elevator door.
the button and then he went like this.
Akala mo nasa
Such a
performance.
gentleman. Oh my god.
Lalataga ka ng red carpet.
My gosh, literally. Okay. So so how many shows was that already? Ang dami.
Back to back to
4.
back to back to back.
Oo.
Oh, wala pa yung mga ano ko doon, mga side gig na mga labada.
You also launched an app.
Oh, yes. Aking tatanggapin. You can listen to that. Stream sa lanimisalucha.io. Oh, di ba may sariling app?
wow.
Don't forget, lanimisalucha.io. And also on Spotify, you can download and stream my aking tatanggapin song on Spotify and lanimisalucha.io.
And okay, so is there anything else you want to share to the Magic listeners before we let you go? Or if you could dedicate one song though to symbolize your journey, what would it be and why?
My journey, like overall journey.
I guess I think the biggest struggle now is after the pandemic, after what had happened.
Oh gosh. Oh nga no.
Napaisip bigla.
Ikaw naman ano nga ba? Ano bang mga
Ang hirap, diba? O 3 songs.
So I was about to say, kulang yata yung isa eh.
What's your most favorite song? Parang hello.
Hindi kasi kung yung mga overall journey,
Ah.
it will probably be the song A Song for You.
Oh, I love
A
that.
Song for You.
Yeah.
May -1 din ako niya.
Ganyan. Hindi ka namin papakawalan.
Isasalang namin bigla.
Chief Dong. So, and any messages to our listeners suffering something like even like a hearing loss? I mean, just
Yeah.
the journey that you went through. What you want to share?
Oh gosh. Hi everyone. To all of you who are listening and tuning here right now, if any one of you who's going through some really difficult time, whether it's a health issue, family issue, money issue, or whatever that may be, I guess the only thing that you can do right now, if there's no help at all, is for you to kneel down. And
Surrender.
put your hands together. No, just like iba pala yun. Like just put your both your hands in clasp like this, and just really bow your head in reverence and ask for help. Because sometimes physical help can it's not present sometimes. Because sometimes yung mga invisible help ang dumarating.
Ang kailangan natin.
Ang kailangan. Sometimes it cannot be, it's not concrete. It's sometimes that tiny little whisper that will come to you, and it will just give you that comfort. It will give you that calm. Sometimes it comes that way. Sometimes it doesn't come in a very grand way.
Yeah.
It won't give you a push. It will just give you a kink of a nudge.
True.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gives you that little really calm answer, and it would just really wash.
And give you so much relief.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
so
sad
beautifully
kasi
said.
minsan inaantay natin na we hit rock bottom before we turn to
That's
a
true.
higher.
And sometimes also we wanted a specific answer. So,
Yeah.
di ba? Minsan nandiyan na pala yung answer and we're not paying attention to that.
Because you don't want the answer that's being given you.
Exactly. Yeah, yun.
Well, Lani, thank you so much for
Thank you.
being
Thank
here.
you.
And you have a home here. You have a home here.
There's a bed?
Meron.
Lambo?
Di ba? Pagka may nagpa-cater pa nga ako.
Grabe naman.
We love you here. We
What's
love
the,
you.
ano?
Chef Swakto.
Ayun, Swakto.
Yes.
Chef Swakto, thank you so much.
Thank you.
They loved
Swakto sa
it.
sarap, swakto sa
Right.
presyo.
May commercial.
Thank you so much again for the food. We enjoyed it thoroughly. So again, for those of you just tuned in, maganda yung yung moniker ni Lani, Las Vegas Siren of the Strip and the Nightingale. Miss Lani Misalucha is with us to sing her final song because she's very busy. We gotta get her out of here. I arranged her radio tour. Pagod na yan.
No, thank you. Thank
my
you, Chai.
goodness.
Thank you, Tina, for arranging this for me.
It's maliit na bagay. Anything for my sister, Chai. Here. So here we go. She's gonna sing this song called Timeless.
Oh, this one was composed by our tignan mo pati si JC. He's a Filipino Australian. So he composed this.
What? Taga Melbourne. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Melbourne. So yeah, and this one, this song is actually I dedicate this to my beautiful grandchildren.
Oh.
This is for you.
And I hope I play the right one. Let's see if this is a minus one. Otherwise, papakain ako sa lupa. Ladies and gentlemen, live in the Magic Studio, Miss Lani Misalucha.
And learn from the past. The beauty surrounds us. We'll never look back. No matter what we go through, we'll stand the test of time. And as we get older and time passes over, the memories will come back again, like the golden years. Just like a melody playing in my mind, just like a song sung What we have is endless. Will forever timeless. You know what love is endless. Will forever timeless.
Magic 89.9.
7:29, welcome back to Healthline. I'm Tina Ryan along with...
Doc Ryland still here with Tina.
Kamusta naman ang goosebumps? Wala na?
Meron pa rin eh.
Grabe, no?
Look, I was looking for tissue paper.
Right?
And the eyes were
I
kind of-
think even
kind of moist.
our next guest, I mean, she's blown away by her voice. I mean, to think Coach Jen, she is totally like deaf on her right ear.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
I love her voice.
my gosh.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Goosebumps are coming back.
I know, right?
The
Oh my
memory
gosh.
of it a few minutes ago.
Welcome back to the show. Like I said, tonight we have a cognitive behavioral coach, an NLP practitioner, Coach Jen Go. Thank you so much for being
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for inviting me. It's
Coach.
a privilege to be here.
Oh, thank you. Let's start with the basics. NLP. What exactly is an NLP practitioner?
Okay, so N is neuro, L linguistic, P programming, and N stands for our thoughts. So how we are able to receive through the five senses, like what we see, what we listen to, how we feel, what we smell, or what we taste. So the best example for this is actually if you are in a car accident.
Okay.
So if you're in a car accident, during the time that you were in the car accident, if there was a car perfume there, and then if you were listening to a song, and then if you were eating, like, let's say, a burger,
During the time you were traveling.
and then let's say you were touching the leather of the
seat,
couch.
yeah.
And so the N is thoughts, how the senses were perceived during the time of the
Of
accident.
the accident.
And
Wow.
then L is linguistic, is language. So how you interpreted what happened.
Oh.
And so if you get into an accident and then later on, let's say you smell a certain perfume that was in the car, so you are able to go back. You have a trauma, and let's say you were eating a burger. You remember every time you eat a burger now.
So
Wait,
that's
so-
why they're kind of it brings back the memories of certain things. So whether you smell it, you taste it, you feel it, or you
Yes.
hear it, these things could actually trigger emotions and everything else that you've probably felt during the time of the accident.
Yes, and how you interpreted it, because linguistic is language, right?
Oh,
It can
yes.
be self-talk. How you interpreted it form part of the trauma that happened. So now you interpreted that burger, so you cannot eat that burger anymore. If you
Because
smell,
every time you smell, you taste of it,
Yes.
you think about the.
Accident.
So there's one thing: don't eat in the car.
Yeah. Eat something simpler when driving.
okay. And
So-
then okay, the P is programming, right?
Yes.
And so that's behavioral patterns. So you interpreted the car accident, and in your mind, it's not safe to drive. So you go through behavioral patterns. Like, let's say you avoid it. Another behavioral pattern is denial. You just say, I don't like to drive. You say, I hate the traffic. But
so
then,
you might as well not drive anymore.
Yes.
Something like that.
so because of behavioral pattern linked to how you perceive what happened through the senses, then you have, then now, I guess the question is, how does NLP help you in this trauma?
Santi68 over on playback says anchoring and can be used both ways, positively and negatively. Anchoring.
Okay, so anchoring is, let's say, you're now trying to get over the fear of driving. So there is a technique in NLP. You minimize what you saw, what you smelled, what you in your mind, you visualize it.
Oh my.
And then you minimize it, and then you have another visualization, which is the confident you're driving, you enjoy it, you're going to the beach, you enjoy it.
The opposite
And then,
side of that.
Yes, and then as you magnify that, some people, what they do is they like hold their thumb or their finger, and then that anchors that picture. So whenever you do that, it helps you think of this picture wherein you enjoy the drive.
So it kind of downplays the accident and
Yes.
makes you become more proactive and become better and not think about of the bad things, something like that.
Yes. This reminds me of a movie wherein the guy had fear of public speaking, and he would hold a paper clip.
Wait, which one?
Oh, that's Made in Manhattan.
Yes.
Oh, Ray Fiennes, of
course.
Senator.
With-
Okay, whatever.
with J-Lo.
J-Lo.
So that's anchoring. So you anchor
so
your
that's
fear,
anchoring.
in the paper clip. Yeah. So
So these are like methods that you can do to overcome something, because unfortunately there are some people that
Paano yung mga
cannot
overthinkers?
Well, not just
Diba?
overthinkers, but that these things kind of get stuck to them and they
Yeah.
can't get over it. So these are things they can actually do to overcome these problems that they've had.
Coach Shen, like your specialty, what kind of patients go to you? Like overthinkers or people with I don't want to say personality disorders, diba? Or
actually,
Coping mechanism problems.
yeah, people with anxiety, people with depression, even those who want to be coach in leadership, in business, those who have relationship challenges, like how to empathize.
Ayan na naman tayo sa love life.
now I know, Coach. Okay, Coach Jen, Santi's mentioned anchoring. Emotional anchoring, is that something that you also tackle?
Because I integrate CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and with CBT, the emotion is the clue. So, for example, today you get angry, and so that's a clue of what you may be thinking or your belief system. So let's say I get angry today, and so as a result of that,
The anger.
as a result of that anger, so what was I, because this happened, this situation happened that caused me to be angry, what is a belief that I have of myself that caused me to be angry?
Oh,
So it's trying to look back, step back, and try to rationalize why you did what you did, or like why did you get angry because of all of these things that happened prior.
Let's say you are able to be aware that the reason why you got angry is because you were ignored. And so let's say that's the
Something deeper than just the actual incident.
Yeah.
So what we do with CBT, it's called healing our memories. We ask the person, was there a time like, especially if you
Growing
go-
up?
Yeah, growing up in your childhood, because usually that's when it started happening. You have to be able to find out the earliest when it happened.
Would you say, Coach Jen, that's like what, trauma?
It can be trauma. For example, so you're now able to find out that when I was young, because I have so many siblings, I was ignored.
Oh.
And so I couldn't, during that time, let's say, verbalize it. And so every time the trigger of ignoring comes up, I get angry.
It's like the Disney film with joy, anger, and that cartoons. What's the title of that? Oh my gosh, it's at the end.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Thank you, Maren.
Thank you. Remember, there's this like whole library of significant points in time in life. It may not necessarily be trauma, but there are significant points in life that you can actually look into and could have been a cause of whatever your actions could be in the present.
So, Coach Jen, it could be like happy memories and also sad memories, not necessarily trauma.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Ang lalim. So, you're saying, Coach Jen, who we are today, a lot of it talagang
has something to do with our
how
past
we were,
at one point in
like
time.
how we were raised, our environment that we grew up in.
Yes. We call it conditioning.
Oh, okay.
You know how it is when how they train elephants when in the circus, right? How come the elephant, as big as it is trained not to trample on people? So when the baby elephant is young, one of its leg is tied to a log, and because it's still small, every day it tries to get out, and then because it doesn't free
Because
itself.
it's still small at that time.
It gives up. The conditioning of the elephant is no matter how much I try, I cannot.
Still stuck to
So
that
I give up. So
post.
it goes to a big elephant, adult elephant. It could easily get out.
Break
Yes.
that post, but they don't because they've been conditioned that they cannot.
Yes. So they cannot break the chains.
Oh.
So if we look at it as an adult human, there could have been some conditioning that caused us to have limiting beliefs of ourselves. And because when we were young, it's true, we really couldn't get out of the chains,
Yes.
right?
Of course, because we have no choice.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
And we're physically unable
Yeah.
at one point in time.
yes, but because now you're an adult, you can actually ask for help. You can be freed from the chains
But-
of the past. But because you have a limiting belief, I've tried that and I've failed.
So
You don't
realize that you've actually changed and can do something about it, but the belief that you cannot sticks. So you don't.
Yes. And that's the truth. That's your truth. That's your belief. So what you think may be true for you is not necessarily
True for others.
True for
Yeah.
others.
Yes, but that's your truth.
Coach Jen, this came from my Instagram account. When we're going through tough times, this is for Mimi, what's one small mental shift that can make a big difference? And some people say, though, it's all in your head. How true is that when it comes to emotional healing?
Okay, so mental shift, because I also do faith-based, I integrate faith-based to CBT, NLP, and expressive arts, because that's also how I healed. Then one of the mental shift that I do is I always have a picture. Like let's say when I am scared, I always have a picture of God reaching out to me. So I do.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, that's very comforting.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
So in whatever situation I am, like I'm fearful, I have that mental shift because of that visualization. And sometimes, like for example, when I'm sad, I just hold my arms out. You know, as a child,
Yeah.
when we were
Because
a
you want to
child,
be picked up, you want to be held.
we want to be picked up and held.
Yeah.
So
You want to be
sometimes,
picked up.
so sometimes in bed when I'm sad, I do that. And then there's that visualization that God is also reaching out to me.
Eh, pwede mga agnostics.
And it helps. So, for agnostics, those who do not believe in God, they may have somebody like a parent or somebody who is their anchor.
Yeah.
So we're
Somebody
talking about anchor.
who's more senior, who's
Yeah.
older, or who's a mentor probably.
Yeah, I had
But
that in mind
yeah.
too, a mentor. Coach, then what about the other question of Mimi is like, it's all in your head. Is that even true?
It matters because it's the truth that you believe in. It when we say that it's all in the head, we're disregarding the person.
Oh, di ba? Parang,
And
minsan
so-
kasi ang pangit, di ba, sasabihin, it's all in your head. You don't know what I'm going through.
Yes.
Each of us are that individual. So what goes on may not necessarily be true for another. So, and the problem is others' experiences are sometimes being pushed and shoved into you, thinking that they are also the same experiences that you're having, when in fact they're not. That's why conflicts arise, because one is taking the other, not the same, or doing all of these things thinking that they're similar when in fact they're not.
Exactly. So if, like, say I'm going through something and I just like have a friend who says, "Oh, it's all in your head," what's the best advice? Coach Jen, what's sabihin ko doon?
Often the person just want to be seen, just want to be heard, just want to be validated. So saying it's all in the head negates all of that. And when you are seen, when you are heard, it is the first step to healing, because somebody saw you, somebody hears you. It's the first step. So by negating that, you automatically disregard the person.
I find it so like.
So maybe the advice is, sometimes you can just listen.
Yeah.
The best thing that you can do is to listen.
Yeah.
If you can't say anything, just listen.
You just want to shut your mouth and listen.
Unless otherwise, you talk to the hand.
Right? Oh, diba? I want to say thank you, by the way, to Riva. Riva is this wonderful woman that I've reconnected with, and she sent Coach Jen our way.
Yes,
Riva,
thank you
I
so
love you,
much.
sis.
Thank
I owe you
you.
lunch. Coach Jen, you use expressive arts in your healing workshops. How does creativity help people process trauma or stress?
First, the segue to being seen and heard, right? So when you do expressive arts, it's like saying, "This is me. Do you see me?"
And obviously you're seen after your artwork's done.
True.
Right?
Yes.
And some even can identify that you're the artist of that particular artwork, because there's something about you that they can see.
I like it.
Whatever
Yes.
that is.
And then when words fail, because CBT is like talk therapy, right?
Yeah.
Expressive arts, when words fail, because sometimes people who cannot even talk about it, they cannot even verbalize what is the emotion. So when you ask them, "How do you feel?" I can't even
I don't know.
say it.
Yeah.
They can't say it, but they can actually show it in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Yes, and another thing about expressive arts is it also limits, or it doesn't. When sometimes you go through the memories, you relive the pain. With expressive arts, you're able to have like a dark cloud is a metaphor for sadness. A broken bird is a metaphor for something else, and so it is released the pain is released, and metaphorically, in a certain way.
By way of expressing it, whether it's verbal or in other ways and means, you actually tend to, you mentioned it, release
Yes.
all of this tension, in contrast to when you think about a memory. It's true, when you think about a memory, you somewhat relive what has happened, and it could go bad and give you all of these bad memories and bad feelings during that time. But when you do express it, in one way or another, it gets out and it gets released, and it doesn't get stored in all of you and make you have a bad day at the end.
Exactly.
Yes, and also another thing is sometimes when things happen to you, it is beyond your control, right?
Yes.
But when you do expressive arts, you get to choose the medium, you get to choose the
Yes.
color.
Ooh.
You if it's music, if it's dance, because that's part of expressive arts, you get to move your body in a certain way. You get to listen to
Yes.
a music that expresses your grief
Yeah.
or what you're going through. So you get to choose. So
And-
it empowers you.
You get to be a master of yourself and not be a slave to it.
Says Doc Rylan. I like that. Pwede ko sulat. Hi, Tita Erin. Tita Erin says, "Hi, Coach Jen."
Hello.
Coach Jen was so sweet. She brought us journals.
Oh, yes.
And Doc Ryland had this wonderful idea of having her
yes.
sign.
I had
And
it signed.
speaking of, so I had mine
I had mine.
signed too. Thank you, Coach Jen.
Thank you, Coach Jen.
Speaking of journaling, how does journaling really help reprogram negative thought patterns? How should we start?
First, it helps because it slows you down. We live in a very fast-paced world, and you don't get time to pause.
I will agree with that.
I know somebody
will
who's
agree
just
with that.
overthinking. Like, I want to finish this. I want to finish that. So journaling will.
Slows because
It
you have to
slows
have
you.
time, right? You have to
Yeah.
allot time for it, and then
That's true.
And then as you journal, you separate what you're feeling or what you did from your identity. Like, for example, you did something today, but it's not you. It's just that you did something, or you feel sad, but it's not you. You just feel sad. And so you're
So
able
it
to
kind of separates what you're actually feeling to when you do write it down.
yes, from your identity. And so
Especially if you write in the third person.
Oh my gosh.
yes, and so it helps in dealing with shame, with guilt, with a lot of emotions.
You can write anything and everything without anybody giving you the look.
that also
because you're writing it down.
Nobody can judge you. So it's a safe place.
Oh,
Seriously.
unless
true.
somebody,
Reads
gets
it.
it and reads it. Let's see.
I was just about to say that if you were with somebody and tried to look over your shoulder, what the heck are you writing down there?
Coach Jen, sometimes, admit it, Doc Rylan, we all go through it. We overthink.
Yes. There are
Like
occasions
replaying
I do.
things in our head over and over. How do we even quiet that voice?
Overthinking is a coping mechanism. So because you want to control, so you tend to be on the loop.
Control issues. Okay.
So what we can do with expressive arts is, instead of thinking and thinking, then you can do practical things like music. So allow the music to
Kind of diverting your
Yes.
attention to one thing
yes.
so that you don't overthink.
Yes, and also if there's a root to it, because those are like temporary things that we can do, right? But then going to the root of it and processing, like for example with CBT. So what are you overthinking? So as you become aware of what it is, so you point it out, then what is the emotion that you're feeling as a result of this overthinking? Is it
Yeah.
anxiety? And then
Anxiety. Okay.
And you use that song too.
I know, it's playing in my head.
And now it's playing in mine.
yes.
We might put that on in a bit.
Ito, Coach Jen, madami makarelate dito. Madami to.
Sige.
If someone's recovering from heartbreak or burnt out, what's the first step you usually tell them to take towards healing?
Holistic way. So if it's
Talaga holistic talaga.
burnout
Oo.
or tiredness. So physical, first is physical. So sometimes just getting a good night's sleep or hydrating. Riva and I were talking about hydrating earlier.
is so important,
Yes.
Doc. Oh my gosh.
We always say that.
Eating well and exercising.
Madali na yan, Coach Jen. Yung mga heartbroken. Anong ma-advise
physical.
mo?
Because the physical is important, because if you're heartbroken, so you have low, let's say, the neurotransmitter, if you're
Yes.
where our brain is made up of neurons, right? And so if you have, because usually when you're heartbroken, what do? You cannot
You can't eat,
can't
you can't
eat.
sleep, you can't
Yes.
Can't
walk, you
breathe.
can't breathe.
And
You can't everything.
okay, and that affects you have low serotonin or low dopamine.
yes.
So everything
So
gets
true.
low, right? And so to start with, because it's chemical imbalance,
That's true.
you cannot even function well. So
Properly,
guarding the physical is one of the aspect to protecting, to have protective factors. And then
Okay.
so that's physical, and then social. So if you can have a community where you can connect.
That one. I will agree with that.
Sabi
You
sa'yo,
have
Coach
that
Jen,
support
Tito
group.
Aaron, heartbroken pala.
But I do agree with the
Yeah,
community. The support group is very, very important.
Oh my gosh, yeah, totally. But
Yes,
I think
and
you
then-
also have to be diba, a bit wary of who you hang out with. Kasi diba, Coach Jen,
Yes.
Diba?
Because
I
it could
mean,
be better for you, but it could be
it could,
worse.
yeah.
Yes, that's true.
But I just realized
we
about-
have enabler friends.
I just realized about the physical for something that's emotional with a chemical reaction in our neurons. That's why some go overboard. I mean, they binge eat, they binge exercise, they binge all of these, which in contrast may not be so good as well. So it's all of doing what's supposed to be right to begin with.
Because those are coping mechanism, the ones that you said, because there's pain inside and it's not processed. So how do you process it? You have
That's
to
why you go overboard.
you
with
have
all
to
of these
you have to
things.
express it, and then as you express it, now you are ready to process your thought process. But if you do not process, if you numb the pain, you suppress the emotions, then you go through the unhealthy coping mechanism.
That's why you overeat or you only eat chocolates and ice cream.
I like what Santi68 said, Coach Jenna. What did you lose the most? With the heartbreak.
Oh, that's
then
good, yes.
recall a time when you felt most validated in the past. Step into that memory.
Oh, that's such a good thing.
Ooh.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Yeah, next time when I'm heartbroken, I'm not.
Because we're not right now.
Far from it. Coach Chen, I heard you also work with trauma recovery.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. How do you help people feel safe again?
I took up EMDR. It's eye desensitization, reprocessing. And sometimes when there's trauma, and the one that you were saying earlier, if you ask them to heal the memories and go through the memories, it's too painful.
Yes.
So there's like a technique. It's I do the tapping. So as I go through the prompt,
Tapping.
Capping?
I tap.
Tapping.
Tapping.
Oh, tapping. Okay.
Because it's a form of desensitizing the pain as they go through the past, and they don't relive it because the prompt is look at it as if you are watching it in a movie. So you're just an observer.
Okay.
You're just
That's
an
one way of looking
observer,
into it.
and then you're observing it. Or look at it as if you're in a train and it's passing you by. And so as you observe,
Not exactly that you're the one there.
yeah, so it should be guided properly. Because sometimes when you ask a person to go back, that's reliving the pain, right? So it has to be guided properly. And so as you allow them to go through that process, then what's the question again? Sorry. I got lost in my
Oh no!
in my
How do you help people feel safe again?
okay.
From trauma.
So
From trauma, yeah, like especially when trust feels broken. Diba?
So first, the relationship between a coach, a counselor also, and a counselee they have to know that they can trust you. So,
Like trust each other, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
And of
So they
course,
can actually open up, right?
Oh, so that means like I have to be completely honest. Like I'm not gonna hide anything from you. Ganon.
well, it's more of
Anytime you talk to a
Right?
professional, you're supposed to be honest, because
Exactly.
otherwise we won't be able to give the right thing for you.
Can you even tell if your like counselee is keeping something from you?
Or not just keeping something, malingering from you.
yes.
Can you
And-
tell?
But it really depends if the loop if there's like a pattern that just keeps cycling and cycling and it doesn't get resolved, and so you can only help what is there, right?
Yeah.
So if it's hidden, then it's not able to go through that process of healing because it's hidden
Oh,
Tama.
well, that's your fault. That's your fault because you kept things from
and maybe there's mistrust. Maybe the reason why is me as a coach, maybe the person doesn't feel that I'm a safe place,
yeah,
right?
Okay.
And maybe there's shame, and in order for the person to really trust you, then you also have to establish that relationship first.
yeah.
And so I guess the question of like how do you establish trust is as the person gets to do sessions with you and the person knows that you care, for how he or she will heal, then it's not just, I'm here, then, this, because I do care for the people coming to me, right? And they see that as well. The
So
empathy.
bottom line, Coach Jen, it's relationship building.
Yes.
Yes,
Right?
I do agree with that. I'm trauma based. Most, if not all, of my patients have dealt with trauma physically.
I know. Ibang trauma yung sa'yo,
But
bigat.
no, the thing is, very first question is, like, what happened?
Yeah.
Because I need to find out what happened so I'd know the mechanism of the injury so I can go against the mechanism and probably heal.
And same
start
goes
healing.
for,
But the thing is, there are a number of patients that will say, take a step back and say, wait first, because for them it takes a heavy toll to just tell you what actually happened to them, and this is a physical trauma, not even the emotional ones. So until such time that you actually talk to them and you gain their trust, will they start opening up? Doc, kasi ganito, I was in the garden and I stepped on this and stepped.
And the
It takes a
details
while.
also
The details.
matter. Coach Jen, you're going to have to come back here again because
Every
we are
time we
out
have a
of
guest, there's always a part two.
right. And thank you so much for stopping by. But before we let you go, please share a quick mental reset or technique to our listeners that they can try when anxiety starts to creep in. What would be your best advice?
Okay, so anxiety is sometimes also about control. So
Control talaga.
yes,
Okay.
I think you're gonna play anxiety in the end.
Right. Oh, so control. It's a big factor. Is control. Okay. See, she's gonna have to come back and explain that. Okay.
Definitely.
So control.
Okay, so what is it? So identifying if we go through the process of regulating first, that because you're heightened, right? The emotion is heightened, so you cannot process. So when the emotional side is heightened, the rational shuts down. So that's how the brain works, and so you have to regulate. So quick things would be to be present, to feel that the space is safe. And so how do you do that? That's grounding. So how practical things do with the senses again. 5 things that you see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can smell, 2 things that you can touch, 1 thing that you can taste. And so of course there are many things like you can touch ice or a warm or, and as you get regulated, then now the fear, the anxiety goes down, and now you can start to process with someone.
Parang hindi siya madali, Doc, no?
It is a task, actually. Something one cannot do on an ordinary basis, and you have to have someone there to help
To
you
guide
out.
you.
Exactly.
Coach Jim, where can our listeners get a hold of you if we need like counseling or just like
Listening. Just
you know what?
simply listening.
Honestly, last week she was supposed to be here, but she had a really she had a case of
That's why we're so appreciative that she's here right now.
yes, and they want to thank you. Tito Aaron says, same for us lawyers. We always ask what happened and let them trust us to give out details. Bye, Cybery. Also to JP Seaton. Thank you guys for participating. How can they get a hold of you, Coach Jen?
So we have an IG. It's connected to, because I'm also a publisher, so it's connected to the journal. The IG is Motto Press Room, MOTTO
There.
Press Room.
It's in the back. Can you see
Yes.
that?
Motto Press Room, you
Yes, and so we
guys.
also have workshops for expressive arts. So they can check it
that'll
out
be
there.
nice.
Yes.
Oh, see, I like that. And anything
I like
coming
that
up?
too.
Like maybe a seminar that you're giving out?
I will be facilitating in UACP, United Evangelical Church of the Philippines, on November 15, 10 a.m. to 12 noon.
Nice.
And that's for free. So, yes,
They can
that's
try
for
to
free.
look at
10
that
a.m. to
and-
12 noon. They can register.
Probably participate with that.
Exactly. Okay, please repeat that one more time.
So, in UECP, United Evangelical Church of the Philippines, Manila. And it's from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, November 15. So, it's an expressive arts healing journey.
That's nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And they can just come in because, because this is also faith-based.
Yeah.
And usually the anchor, if we're talking about anchoring, the steady, constant anchor is God.
Exactly.
Yes.
Amen. A to the man. Coach Jen, thank you so much for spending your time with us. We do hope
Thank
to
you
have
so
you
much.
back.
Thank you
We'll have
for
to have
having
part
me.
two of this.
Exactly. Ang dami pa nating tinatakaw. And Doc, I'll see you next
I'll see you
week.
next week. But before we end,
Please.
Friday and Saturday, that's November 7 and 8, the Philippine Academy of Medical Specialists will have the 31st annual convention at the EDSA Shangri-La. So we'll see you there.
Oy, lapit ko makikikain ako doon.
Makikikain ka talaga. Talaga, after Friday Magic Madness.
Right.
We'll expect you there.
Speaking of madness, it's going to be fun this Friday. 3 DJs live spinning.
I
DJ
know.
Martin Porta is going to be here. Spin Doctor is going to be here as
Excited for
well.
that.
12 to 2. And then 2 to 3, well, it's, our Wonder Boy, Miguel Santillan, is going to be spinning live. Because I'm special. Maren, thank you so much. Coach Jen.
Yes,
Coach
thank you.
Jen, rather. Thank you so much once again. We'll see you guys next week. You guys be good.
Bye.
Was brought to you by EO Executive Optical. For expert eye care, come to EO Executive Optical. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Magic 89.9.